Welcome to this week's Schreiber Council meeting. Council is looking at a new plan to attract industrial growth through provincial land promotion. Council will be reviewing the so-called tiny homes draft bylaw in order to encourage development. Finally, Council is considering funding for a dedicated doctor recruiter to help fill local vacancies. Now here's the agenda for this meeting.
Welcome to the Council and Committee of the Whole meeting for April 14th, 2026. The open session, can I have approval of the agenda?
I have some changes, if we could, please, to the agenda.
Okay.
Okay, so on page 2, Committee of the Whole, if we can remove item number 5, the Economic Development Officer Report.
Okay.
And then at the bottom, we could add bylaw 13/2026 for council's review.
Sorry, 13 2026? Okay.
Oh, did she put it down there?
Yeah, it's
Oh,
business.
that's different.
I was just wondering.
No, it's different. Shoot, we've used the same number. Okay, that's all right. We can fix this one because it's only going to be in draft. Right? That's okay. I can fix the bylaw number. Don't worry.
So it's just a new bylaw?
Yeah.
Just take the number off.
And then under communications, if we could add number 10, Canadian Tire correspondence. Who's Jasper Rivers? More to go.
Okay. So, okay. So remove and add to committee of the whole and then add one more correspondence.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's it for you?
That's it. Thank you.
Nobody else? Okay. Any disclosures of interest? Hearing none. Delegations, there's none. Question period?
Acknowledgements we heard.
Right?
Your acknowledgement.
Oh. Forget it for now.
Okay.
No delegations, question period?
No, sorry.
Okay, minutes of previous meetings, resolution 96-26. Moved by Councillor Morrow, seconded by Councillor Bourgeois, that the minutes of Council and Committee of the Whole meeting held March 24th, 2026 be accepted as circulated. Discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor? Carried.
Thank you.
Business arising out from the minutes, Committee of the Whole recommendations. Resolution 97-26. Moved by Councillor McGrath, seconded by Councillor Bryson, that the Council of the Township of Schreiber support Resolution 56-2026 of the Township of McNabb, Braeside with respect to Ontario Heritage Organization Development Grant Advocacy. Discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor? Carried. Resolution 98-26 26. Moved by Councillor Bryson, seconded by Councillor McGrath, that the Council of the Township of Schreiber support Resolution 41-26 of the Town of Whitby with respect to the request for a comprehensive review of the provincial municipal fiscal framework. Discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor? Carried. Okay, accounts for payment.
Sorry.
Resolution 99-26. Moved by Councillor Vergeau, second by Councillor Morrow, that the checks issued on the general bank account in the month of March 2026 in the amount of $386,840.95 for general accounts payable be approved and ratified. Discussion?
I have one.
I have a couple of them.
So she gave me a list.
Go ahead.
So my is the first item actually. Check number 309-34, the accountant of the Superior Court.
Yep.
Kamasava?
Okay, so that's when we have the federal court.
Okay.
That's the payment.
Well, there was a check written.
Yeah. So
Okay.
yeah, how did she say that?
It's a check for $19,620. I just thought, why are we writing a check?
Yeah, why are we paying?
Sorry, sweetie.
I don't know. She didn't say that, but she did. She made notes. She did say it was for the federal when the federal courts are at the arena.
They should be paying us.
God, can I get back to you?
Yeah.
Because I don't
Sorry
know
about
that.
that. Was no, that was my only question.
Rhonda,
Yeah.
isn't that the properties we have to register?
If you'll look into it and get back
Yeah.
to council, that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Sorry, that was mine.
That
Okay.
was, that was one of mine.
She
But,
highlighted the one she thought you guys would ask about.
Controls? Yeah,
that was
Oh,
mine.
yes. Okay, that's a good one. So I have that. 30818. So, fit tester?
A what?
A fit tester?
Respiratory fit testing?
Yeah, the fire department. Yeah.
That's expensive.
But she did say that was a grant.
Oh.
So I don't know why maybe we have to pay it out and then we get the
Yeah.
money.
And then submit the report in.
Yeah.
Grant. Okay.
Any others?
Yeah, I have one question on hydro.
Hydro. Where are we here?
That's on page
That's the question, it's me.
2.
Okay.
What's the?
So the last one is $45,000. Is that per month, or is that just for the month of March? And what building is that? Is that the arena?
The arena is, I think that's a combination of two of them. The arena and the wastewater are usually about 25,000 a month. Each.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah, the water plant was 22,000. And I'm glad I had it on my thing, just so people understand. The water plant was 22,000 and something.
Okay.
The arena was 21,000 and something per month. And the wastewater plant was close to 14,000. So just in them three buildings, and how many buildings do we have? You know,
That's almost 60,000 right there, hey?
right. So you can maybe double it with all the other buildings we got,
Right.
it's just a guess, but you're paying out probably $100,000 in a month for 7 months of the winter in Schreiber.
Yeah.
For hydro.
There's no,
And I know lots of people will say it's this building, but this building is not that expensive.
there's no special rate for municipalities. They pay
Well,
us.
we're in the
That is our
LAS.
discount.
That's our.
Yeah, because Director of Operations, you looked into that and signed us up for that, did you not?
We're LAS, yeah, we're 25% hedged.
That's gross.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all I had.
Okay.
Benj? No?
Okay,
That was easy.
all those in favor? Carried. Which resolution?
Oh,
99.
yeah.
Resolution 100-26, moved by Councilor McGrath, seconded by Councilor Bryson, that the bank debits issued on the general bank account in the month of March 2026 in the amount of $70,442.98 for payroll be approved and ratified. Discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor? Carried. Resolution 101-26, moved by Council Bryson, second by Council McGrath, that council approved the contribution of $5,000 for the year of 2026 to assist in the funding of a doctor recruiter position for the communities of Schreiber and Terrace Bay. Discussion?
Just one question, and I'm sure I was told at the time where this was coming from, but I looked back my notes and couldn't find it. Where does this money show up in our budget?
Oh my goodness.
We use PR.
I don't think it comes out of PR.
No.
Is it a different thing?
No, I don't think there's a different thing, but I remember asking and I didn't write it down.
I'll have to get back to you, but I think it's community and something.
It's a community wellness.
Yeah, I think so. But I'll double check for
Yeah,
sure.
I have no issue with the amount. I just wanted to be reminded where this came out in our budget.
So is there a number that we should be at as far as physicians go, or that is there like how many are we short right now? Do we know that?
I think one, right? Terrace Bay?
Yeah, one physician,
One full.
so they're looking for a physician, I believe another nurse practitioner, and a recruiter, I believe.
But you know
Yes.
that they're going to a
Yeah.
Dr. Rushford and someone else are going to a conference this weekend.
Yeah, because their recruiter,
recruiter.
he got a new job within the hospital system, so they're looking for a new recruiter at the same time, I think.
Yeah.
Are they not?
Yes.
Brandon's going. He needs a recruiter.
Yeah,
Right
but
now.
he's not going to be. He's going to be the
Right, yeah, he's doing.
director of long-term care.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because Schreiber's at 2.
Right.
Terrace Bay, I think, is short. And I think she's right, the nurse practitioner, too.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay, all those in favor? Carried. Resolution 102-26, moved by Councilor Morrow, second by Councilor Burgeot, that council support the Great Lakes Waterfront Trail Partnership Program with a contribution of $500 for the year 2026 to the Waterfront Regeneration Trust. Discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor? Carried. Okay, so now we move into the committee of the whole portion of the meeting. So, number one is CAO report, the OGRA conference and delegation.
Yeah, so the Ogre Conference was really good. Tammy and I had a really good experience. We did have a meeting with Parliamentary Assistant Tyler Alsop from the Ministry of Economic Development and Job Creation. So our delegation package highlighted that the Township of Schreiber has many vacant properties in its possession, but we are having trouble attracting and retaining industrial and commercial businesses. So I also included a map of our catchment area with the properties that highlighted the properties the township owns. So Parliamentary Assistant Alsop told us about a grant that the province has to support industrial and commercial businesses. He said that we have the land and they have the money, so let's work together. The province has a commercial real estate site that promotes available land for industrial and commercial use. The minimum lot size has to be 10 acres to qualify. So what he suggested was, I had mentioned that most of the lots we have are forested. Would they have to be clear cut before they could advertise them for us? He said, no, don't do that. Leave that up to the person that's purchasing the property. What we need to do ahead of time is look at what we have available. The committee of the whole will look into rezoning if they aren't already listed industrial or commercial. Any of the properties that qualify to, because until they're classed as that, they can't advertise it. And then we're ready, and yeah, it's an exciting thing. I didn't know that website existed with the province, so it's definitely something to look into, and it could be a good way to generate some revenue for the community.
Oh, perfect.
Thank you.
Okay, number 2, Director of Operations Status Report.
Okay, so the rec maintenance crew has been extremely busy. We've had a lot of events this month, so they've been really busy with setup, tear down, cleaning. They were also preparing for the ice show this past weekend, taking out the glass. That's not a small feat. It requires a teamwork to the glass is very heavy. Then we were notified by the funding body that we still had some of the seed grant money available, so we were instructed to spend that. And part of that original application was to include a fridge for the snacks. So we purchased the display fridge for the concession, and we have that in place. Figure skating people are very happy.
Very happy. I installed the shelves, they're lovely.
Good.
So now following that, Tammy, has the C grant now been officially closed and all the reports submitted?
Not submitted yet, but we have spent the money that we were directed to spend, and we're ready to do
Now
the
close that.
report now.
Okay.
Yes, yeah.
If, when you get that done, if you could just provide a copy to council,
I
That'd
won't
be
be
awesome.
doing it, but
probably whoever does.
Yeah.
If you could just make a note, that'd be awesome.
okay. Okay, and what else do we have here? The confetti in the rec hall is very, very difficult to clean up. It sticks to the floor.
I guess.
It doesn't vacuum, it doesn't sweep, you can't mop it. I would suggest that we add it to the terms and conditions that it's banned in hall, which is common practice in many halls, because it is such a nightmare to clean up.
I know they've
It would be.
banned it in churches and that, so.
Yeah.
So no objections,
No, it makes sense.
okay?
You know,
The water flow stats are attached for the month of March. They're pretty consistent and raise no concerns. I've also included a comparison based on the conversation that we had at this table last meeting about the water consumption during the splash pad season versus the winter season. So you'll see that the yellow on the spreadsheet is summer with the average listed below, and the winter months with the average listed below. For your information, Public Works.
Before you go on to that, have you got concerns with the melt and the wastewater treatment plant?
Absolutely. I think we are in a better position than what we have been in past years because we have both clarifiers operating this year.
Okay,
They're operating in parallel. So when we had only one clarifier operating, it was very easy for the influx of rainwater to wash the plant.
kind of overwhelm it, right?
So then we lose the process. But with both clarifiers operating, I think we stand a much better chance of surviving the spring turnover. Having said that, we have an awful lot of snow. It's raining out there. It's something that we're watching very, very closely.
Okay,
Are we gonna see those numbers in the next report then, Tammy, on the flow numbers?
The flow for the splash pad?
Wastewater.
Oh, wastewater. Yes, that'll be in your the monthly report that we see.
Okay.
okay,
Yeah.
You'll see the infiltration too.
Yeah.
okay.
And I think I don't know how I think the infiltration water has got to be, I thought we said it pretty clear at the meeting that, but I've heard somebody saying that they were under the understanding the stormwater system drained into the sewer system.
Yeah.
So I guess we should be saying sanitary and stormwater. It's infiltration into the sanitary system, whether it be manholes or whether it be pipes or whatever, that is causing this problem, not stormwater
Flowing down, okay.
flowing down. The stormwater usually doesn't go to the sewer plant.
No, the stormwater system is separate from our sewer collection system.
Correct.
But you do have some infiltration that makes its way into
yeah.
our sewer collection and any runoff that runs down that way. And you have your manholes with the sewer, where the sewer connection is. And on the manholes, of course, you have the two holes in the top of the lid, so you're getting a lot of water running in that way
Right.
as well. But storm water has a system of its own and goes to a completely different place other than
Okay,
the wastewater.
Yeah, no, I heard that people were saying that we give them misinformation and that ain't true.
no, we're just clarifying now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so.
thanks for that.
Okay, so Public Works, the grader continues to have issues with the transmission.
So done.
And it is probably going to have to go to Thunder Bay this summer. I'm pretty confident that we can get through the rest of the winter with it, but during the summer months, we should probably have that transmission looked at in Thunder Bay. There was one day that we were in a snowstorm that the grader was down with the transmission issues and the plow truck also went down. All the oil came out of the differential. They have filled it back up again. There was a bolt missing out of the pumpkin of the diff, but we don't know if there's the other end of like a nut or the bolt broke off. We don't know if that's inside. So that truck really does have a lot of life left into it and we should stay on top of the maintenance. So I would suggest that make its way to Thunder Bay this summer as well to get a really good safety done on it. But that we could drive to Thunder Bay. The grader will have to be floated.
So I'm going to assume before any work gets done, you're going to provide us with price quotes again.
Yes.
And a list of what needs to be done. What I found really helpful, I will tell you, is the last time, and I don't know what unit it was, I had asked you to provide a list of repairs that we'd already, like money we had already
That was
sunk
the
into it.
grader, yeah.
So if you could continue, even just if you gave us a list of the expenses you've spent even in the last 3 years, Tam, just to kind of give us a feel for where we are with the money that we're putting into this large equipment.
For the grader
For both.
specifically? Oh, for both?
For both, to me, it's just helpful information
Okay.
as we're making decisions about fixing large equipment. I don't know what the rest of you guys think.
Yeah, no, that helps. Good to know.
Okay.
Scary of the grader.
I know.
Okay. And then for recreation, the senior committee is holding a spring fling this coming weekend. And they have arranged for curbside cruisers to play. They're going to be collecting $5 at the door, and that money goes to curbside. The Legion will be operating the bar, and the seniors will provide fries and burgers out of the kitchen. We have arranged for a youth baseball program to run again this year. The volunteer coaches have confirmed their involvement, so we have worked with them to get the registration forms put together, and we will be advertising that in the very near future. Breland was working on the posters today. We'll open registrations May 1st, they'll close May 22nd, and they'll be to the 2 coaches with each their own age group. So T-ball and softball.
Yeah.
That's good. The heat in the arena, the blowers,
The
what was going on there this weekend?
Cloud Darling
Did
was,
they come?
yeah,
Okay.
was here too, because we were having trouble at both the recreation hall and at the arena
Yeah.
in the hall. So Cloud Darling has come and got that
Yeah, it's all
going again.
There was nothing major.
Nothing
Oh, okay.
major.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
I felt worried.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the switch is shut off and everything for the ice now, eh?
Oh yeah, the ice is coming out. Yeah. In fact, we have Schreiber Public School coming in there next week
Oh, yeah, I've seen that.
to do pickleball tournament. So we are hustling to make sure that the floor is cleaned and ready to rock.
Right on?
Yeah. In fact, I would suggest next year we push the school back by 1 more week. We're kind of in a hot spot this year because the ice show was a week later because of Easter. And then with their pickleball coming in, they had that booked September last year. So
Yeah, it's the first time we've done the pickleball thing.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So we're going to be hustling to try and get things ready for them. But I think we can pull it off.
Yeah, no, I think the recreation crew did a great job up there this season, especially when our 2 part-times moved into the full-time positions, and we hired 2 new part-times, and everything seemed to go pretty well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So hats off to them for sure.
I will pass that along. Josh did come in to give Albert a hand
No,
to
and-
shut the plant off, and then we still had Simcoe coming this week, I think, to do the formal shutdown.
Well, thank Josh for that too.
Yeah, for sure.
Any other questions for? Okay, Director, your Creston Engineering Progress Report.
So this is council's request that we provide you with an update on a monthly basis. So this is just the progress that we've seen. Creston submits his project status report with his invoice. And then I've also attached the log. And so the log is just going to continue to grow every time you see it. So for the new information, just look towards the bottom of that document. Is there any questions on anything that you see there?
Next steering committee meeting is April 21st.
Yes,
At what time?
1 o'clock.
Okay, thanks.
And you talking here about, Tammy, including financial information as we're moving along? You mentioned that somewhere in here, do you not? Am I correct or not?
Financial information on the Hughes
Yeah,
grant. Well, it's in the number 7 on the engineer's report.
right,
That's his portion.
right.
And we really haven't spent anything on the grant yet. We purchased the grant sign, which was, I think, $375.
Right.
And then we haven't seen the invoice yet for the auto sampler.
Okay. Because there was a check in the AP listing for $7,884.38. I'm guessing
That was to the engineer.
that was to the yes. So that, but someone's tracking the financial end of this.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. And then last meeting we had the quote for the influence sampler.
That's right.
Right. Okay. All right. And that, but that's to this project, right?
I can add the budget tracking as well for next report.
But the report format is excellent.
Okay.
It is. It's good. It brings us up to date.
Okay. Any other questions?
Okay, number 4, program instructor contract.
So this as well is a follow-up to a previous discussion from council. And I reached out to the instructor to discuss the terms of the contract. And at this point, I would recommend leaving it status quo.
Yeah, I agree. I think everybody else agrees.
I agree.
I agree.
Sounds good.
Okay, number 5, we wanted it.
Moved.
Just pulled, yeah.
So the new number 5 is Schreiber Public Library Board minutes.
This is from February. I was at a dance competition, so I wasn't at this meeting. We have a meeting this Thursday though, so if there is any questions, I can bring those forward on Thursday.
It's good.
Everything's going.
Was there something in here, I read about a building grant that you were,
In the library, yes,
Yeah.
they've applied for a grant to replace the furnace and to install the handicap washroom, to renovate the washroom to be a handicap washroom. And they were also looking at repairing some of the damage in that back room. Although I would not recommend doing that until we get the roof replaced, but if it's granted, can at least make it look pretty for.
I don't think it's getting worse. Like that one spot. Up.
It is getting worse?
No, I don't think
Oh,
it is
okay,
getting worse.
okay.
Yeah.
Well, we had Dykstra up there and they repaired the leaks that we knew of.
Yeah.
So I think we've sealed it for the moment.
Yeah, it looks the same as it has for a while now.
Okay. Yeah. It's because it's a stucco ceiling.
Mhm.
It's not gonna be an easy. You
Yeah,
just
there's
have to
plans
have the right contractor to
And
do
given
it.
a paint job also too and stuff, so.
Well, that's why she was asking
Yeah.
for it.
Yeah.
who's the grant through?
I don't know that, sorry.
Okay.
That was a Jamie and Linda worked on that.
Okay, all right.
I think it's between Ontario Petroleum and AODA is doing outside. That was their one that's just closing, but I think it was Trillium.
Okay.
Okay, number 6, Schreiber water and wastewater treatment report.
So there was nothing alarming in this report, but.
Are you kidding? I've never seen a report where the filters have been 100%, all 5 across the board for 2 months steady. That's amazing. Oh, damn, I was like, oh my God, that is awesome. Do you not think?
Well, we
I've
have,
never seen it.
really?
Never. Not all 5 at 100%.
No.
Never been done.
Yeah, they're not usually far below 100%.
No, but never 100. I thought it was just like, wow, that's amazing. I thought it was awesome, seriously.
We will start chlorinating.
I know.
At the sewage plant, we'll start chlorinating next month. So you'll start seeing that number. But in response to your question, Councillor McGrath, this is on page 3, where it talks about the monthly sewage flows.
Yeah.
That's where you'll see
It's operating at
flows
about
going.
10% now,
Yes, right
Yeah.
now, yeah.
so with the flows increasing with the runoff, they'll be,
We'll see fluctuation in these numbers.
would it get really high, like 100%?
It should, no.
No, never that high?
No, that would be very bad.
No, but I'm just
100%.
trying to get a sense of how high they would.
It really depends on the year and how fast we get it melted. And so like, it's hard to answer at this point. But I'll make a comparison for you to kind of
Yeah,
help
it'd be
illustrate
interesting to
it.
see where the plant's at during peak
Yeah.
water flow
Yeah.
or runoff or spring thaw. Interesting to see what the numbers look like.
Because this time last year, we didn't have both clarifiers working, right?
No, this is the first year that we have both in operation.
And that was something that was discussed at that public meeting.
Such a
That
big
was something discussed at that
in,
public meeting. like,
in the sludge process, like
whatever.
January
It's good
versus
information for
February.
the public.
Yeah, so those are not unusual numbers. That's what we should be seeing consistently. In January, because of the low production going to the wastewater plant, the creation of sludge was slow.
So it was operational.
Yeah, it's the lack of material going in there. But 81 is those numbers say that we know that the plant is active and it's doing what it should be doing. We should see a small decrease for March, but it should be anywhere between 60 and 80, nice numbers.
Cool.
Any other questions? Okay.
Okay, bylaw 13-2026.
Okay, so first and foremost, Cecile and I must have used the same bylaw number, so that will have to be changed, but this is just a draft.
So you're changing this one, sweetie?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, we'll have to change that, because we can't have two bylaws with the same number.
Very different too.
Yeah, a little confusing. So I'm sure that this has come before council previously.
Thanks, Tammy.
Thanks, Tammy.
Good night.
Yes,
Okay.
thanks, Tim.
This is the contract that Superior Country had proposed to council regarding the cruise ships.
Oh.
So, yeah, so we have to just ratify it with a bylaw. But, so they're gonna start charging a security fee of $2,000 and a disembarking fee of $20 per guest this coming season, and they're going to pay Schreiber 80% of the proceeds.
But now what's their-
Consider the country, otherwise we have to pay, right? 20%.
Yeah.
If they pay it to Schreiber directly.
Yeah,
If they disembark, where are they?
in our, like, if they,
At the,
no, still Terrace Bay, but if they come here,
oh, if they're coming here.
yeah.
Disembark at your house.
Are we
Yeah,
not?
because I'm the security officer.
Yeah,
I want some of that $2,000.
Yeah. When you, yeah. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, were we not told at an economic development committee meeting that there would be no cruise ships this year?
Yeah,
Just an FYI.
at Municipal League, that's what.
Municipal League, that's right.
Yeah, we were
Why
told.
did I forget that? That's true, that that they were not gonna run this year.
Who said that? I was there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because of the lack of confidence in flights in the Thunder Bay. That was.
Remember?
No.
They were busy.
I know, I was busy, I'm paying for it.
Yes,
I thought-
yeah.
I thought it was economic development, but you're right, now that you mention it, it was municipal league.
That's a shame.
Not that you shouldn't have a bylaw, but just so that you know, I don't think you need to worry about it this summer. Because apparently, I know I've heard that there will be no cruise ships.
So it should, does council wish for the
I
same
would
effect?
still bring it
Yeah, I
forward.
could, that could change. I mean, it could
Okay.
change.
Yeah, I would bring it forward.
Who
Yeah.
knows what the world will be like 3 months from
Yeah.
So we're gonna get 80% of any total fees charged.
Yep.
And policies and regulations, okay. So marathons, roles and responsibilities, Superior Country. Are we just following marathons, roles and responsibilities, Rhonda?
What's that? What are you reading there?
Section 3, huh?
Page 2.
Section 3. Oh, yes, sorry.
Say Schreiber.
Yeah, that's a typo. We're gonna have to get him to change that.
Okay. So this is our roles and this is.
Yeah,
And this stuff will be communicated to any staff who deals like the Discovery Center, right?
correct. Okay. Thank you for pointing that out.
Well, just 'cause I'm reading through what they're gonna do. And this agreement can be amended.
Yeah.
I don't see anything else. Yeah,
All right, perfect. Thank you.
Okay, so we'll move on into communications then.
so item 2, NOMA, Building Ontario's Future starts in the north. That was a media release, and they mentioned Nords in there, and that the government's committed to continuing with Nords.
Yeah.
Do we have, does Schreiber, the Township of Schreiber have any information on what our Nords allowance will be, and just by virtue of that, what any projects council may be thinking about doing with it?
I don't have the dollar figure. I can find out for you though.
Because we use Nords for the
For
sidewalks,
sidewalks.
right?
Yeah.
So would we be doing the same thing, like trying to accumulate it for a couple of years to do another big project?
All I know, it would, yeah, that's what I would suggest. I know it's a 3-year project. I don't know any dollar figure.
Okay, so till we get that.
So,
Yeah.
they got some serious money in there, so I'm thinking it's gonna be good. I would, and they do tell you what it can be used for,
Or, okay,
roughly, so maybe we won't be using it for sidewalks, but if we can,
Yeah.
I kinda would suggest that, cause that's the only time we get our sidewalks looked at.
yeah.
But, I mean, if anybody else has any ideas?
But we're probably still waiting for more information, I'm guessing, yes?
Yeah, yes.
Okay, just, that was the only thing I read on that.
Okay.
5.
Yep, definitely.
Yes, Lakespeare High School. Do we know roughly how many?
They tell you.
How many? We don't have it in front of me, sweetheart, sorry.
Okay, hang on.
No, they don't. It doesn't say.
Oh, it doesn't?
No.
Oh. Usually they tell you how many students.
13.
What do you see what?
13?
13 potential graduating students from Scribe.
I can't read.
Well, I didn't print it, so I don't have it.
Oh, but I was looking for the number 13.
Yeah, I know, right?
You know,
Oh, yes. See,
a
it's,
written-
yeah, okay, gotcha.
so that's a yes, right?
Yeah.
We're gonna support them again?
I don't think I'll be here for that. Bobby's graduating.
Mm.
Yeah, he is.
Talk about that later.
Yeah.
Number 4, Thunder Bay DSAB, Council McGrath, you had asked me about reports that weren't attached to those minutes.
Right.
If you go onto the website, there's a separate tab for reports and presentations. That's where those reports and presentations are listed.
Okay.
And they're listed by those numbers. But if anybody at this table is interested in getting a copy of the report, I probably have easier access to it. Just let me know and I'll send it to you.
Okay.
Thanks, Emery.
No problem.
And number 9, I guess we should support Terrace Bay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that impacts our library.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, agreed.
And number 6, I wanted to ask the mayor, because he sits on the police service board, is there any, what's your thoughts about that? I figured you, if anybody would know, you would.
I'm not.
Is there any strength to doing anything like that?
I mean, I guess we could give them support for it, but I'm, to be honest with you, I didn't really read into it too much. Like, when it's not, they're just coming out with a bunch of stuff right now.
Okay,
Every day they're coming out with some new stuff and everything, so that's where it's like a process. And when we moved into municipal boards and that.
right.
So,
Because do you really think asking municipal councils
Yeah.
to have more authority in adjusting their budgets doesn't sound necessarily correct to me. So but I figured you would know more better than I would.
Well, they can tell, believe me, they can tell them, yes, that was the one thing I did. They can tell the municipality to put more or take in their budget for the police.
That's it, like monthly, we pay 17,000.
To the police board.
Yeah.
To have policing services for the township.
So if they just send us a higher bill, there's really nothing we can
No.
do about it.
No.
We pay the bill.
So I would just leave it alone.
Okay, just leave it alone. I just wasn't sure. I figured you would know.
So and there's number
Yeah, there's the last piece of yeah.
for the Canadian Tire. We got this about 2 weeks ago, I guess, eh? When did we get it?
March 27th.
Yeah. So, I like it and everything, but I just don't, we have some places of our own that we should be supporting, and,
Totally agree.
Yeah, it should be more private than
Right?
well, and I
private.
mean, there's, yeah. If
Somewhere that's open.
somebody wants to go to Canadian Tire and Marathon or Nibbigan, Thunder Bay, that's totally up to them. I see but it's not something that I'm interested in getting into.
Me neither.
And I think you raise a good, solid point, right? We should hope that they would shop at Sabero's Hardware and Home Hardware.
And we have good people running good businesses that will do whatever we need them to do, you know, they'll bring in stuff
Yeah.
if we need it.
Yeah,
Yeah, and if it's something they can't get, it's not that far out. And they deliver on they don't need to be scheduled.
yeah. We all in agreement?
Yeah.
No unfinished business, so we move on to other business. Draft bylaw for zoning bylaw amendment for the square footage floor area.
Yeah. So this is the bylaw that Robert, why am I having a brain fart? Miller, sorry, had proposed to council regarding lowering the minimum square footage so that people can have tiny homes.
That are still assessed by impact, correct?
Yes.
This was in response to the province opening it up for tiny homes to encourage construction.
Correct.
Am I right in that?
Correct.
So this is not for, like here it talks about ruled guest sleeping cabins but this is garden suites, home occupations, but doesn't necessarily refer only to ancillary buildings. This could be, I could buy a lot and put a 600 square foot house on it.
Yeah, no.
That's what this zoning act does?
You can now.
Yeah,
200
600
foot.
200 square foot. Sorry,
Yeah.
200 square foot.
Yeah.
So that's what this bylaw is for. It's not for
no,
the size of other builds, but if I wanted to build a granny suite in my backyard, as long as it was 200 square feet, I could do it.
yeah, if it fell into the percentage of your yard and,
Yeah, but if I bought an empty lot,
Yeah.
I could also put a 200 square foot home on that lot. It's to encourage construction, am I correct?
yes.
Okay.
And there seems to be a demand for this in other communities, correct?
Yes.
Robert Miller?
Yes.
Yeah,
I'm okay with this.
I'm okay with it.
Just on the front page, could we please make sure that we're not at Albertan Street and the postal code is incorrect?
Yes.
I know it's small stuff, but just,
No. Okay, so,
That's good catch.
I
yeah.
didn't see that.
No, I didn't either.
and Rhonda, do we have to, when you write bylaws,
Yeah.
you always say this replaces this bylaw and that bylaw be rescinded?
Mhm.
Is this an amendment or am I rescinding a bylaw with this, sweetheart?
It's an amendment.
It's an amendment, so there's nothing to rescind?
No.
Okay, I just wanted to double check with that.
just an amendment.
Okay.
And we're all good the way it's written up.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know that I could live in a 200 square foot home. I'm just saying, somebody might want to.
Yeah, I have a shed that's 12 by 16, and that's pretty close to 200 square feet. So, I mean, you could do it if you.
Okay, draft bylaw 14-26 zoning bylaw amendment for shipping containers.
So this is Robert's second draft on this that he has presented to council regarding shipping containers. If there's any modifications still needed, I can certainly relay that back to him.
So F.
Yeah.
Shipping container shall only be located in the rear yard and shall be located no closer than 30 meters, 98 feet to any straight line.
Yeah.
So that would put my shipping container in the lake. So no one up there can have a shipping container?
No,
That doesn't seem fair.
it's because your front. Okay, so how?
And does every lot in Schreiber have the space for that?
No.
So what lots do have the space for that?
I have 120 feet, I think, in my lot,
Yeah, I got 120.
front to back.
Deep.
Yeah.
Deep. That's what I'm talking.
Yeah, but this is just your frontage, is what he's saying. So, oh, sorry, located in the rear yard and shall be located no closer.
So you have to be 100 feet back from the street,
Right,
which,
Which one would put me building on top of my back fence? Is that right?
yeah, that's,
But a lot of lots in town are only 100 feet.
that's what I'm struggling
Yeah.
with.
So you wouldn't be able to put one on
No.
a 100-foot
So
lot
what's the logic behind that?
behind the 98 feet.
I think to mitigate everybody
What?
having one.
nobody can do
Yeah,
Makes no sense to me.
it makes no sense to me.
Is that a provincial regulation, or is this something that Schreiber is looking at
This is-
instituting?
It's not that it's a provincial regulation, this is just, he's done a comparison with other communities on what they're allowing. So that's why he's written it up
So
this
this
way.
is from Robert Miller.
Yes.
Not
Yeah, no, but then no one can have it, then this is a useless
Some
bylaw.
can, some can.
So
I couldn't, because I have to be so far off my back line.
Yeah, because then you have the amount that you need to be from the back and the size of the actual container, it just doesn't make sense. I would like that changed.
Okay,
Okay, the depth of it.
The depth.
The depth of the lot, so yeah.
I mean,
So,
it's also unfair that an entire neighborhood can't do that.
Okay, and there's some of them there.
See what he can,
Yep.
see
Yeah.
what he can do with that.
Like, yeah, what's the average lot size? And
In
I
Schreiber.
think the average lot should be able to have one if there's smaller lots or whatever. Like,
But it's coverage on your lot too, right? So I mean, that's another reason to go to a 20 on a
Yeah, I'm not,
residential lot.
yeah, the size of it, I'm fine with the size of
Of
Yeah,
the container.
It's just like, I just couldn't logistically think of properties around town where this could actually go, to be honest.
Mine's 55 by 120. I want to swear that's what it is. You can't have it in your front yard, thank you God.
are
Yeah,
they
in my
always
back, but
considered street lines?
It'd like for me to go that far back, I'd be up against my back fence, and then I'm sure someone would say you can't be that close to a fence. You got to come so many feet off. No, Rhonda?
Mhm.
Am I cracking up?
Yeah, it can have a event.
so it has to be like the rear, meaning the back, like behind
So-
your house?
Yeah, so you're like on Walker's Lake, your front yard's at the lake. So your actual
From your home.
street facing
Yeah, that makes no sense.
is your back,
Not
back.
that I want a shipping container, I'm just,
No.
Yeah.
someone up there might.
I think, yeah. No, and I look at.
There's
the
one up
I-
there.
No, and I look at the one that's up there already,
It's,
and
there's
it's
nothing,
in the right place.
yeah, there's nothing wrong with it.
It's in the
where it
right
is.
place because it's not on the lakeside. As far as that's just my
Mhm.
opinion.
Well, and it's not just for the lake, it's
Yeah.
It's never gonna meet the threshold to the street line.
never, even if you, yeah.
Yeah, I think you might need to look at that.
No, I mean, that's a good question.
Yeah,
And
That's a
then,
good point.
Okay,
And then my other one was.
And I love these 20-foot containers. I think that's
Yeah,
big
that's
enough.
fine. So let's say someone gets a shipping container and wants to strap it with siding and make it look nice. They have to come back and ask for an amendment to the zoning bylaw to make it look nice.
okay, where are you?
That's J.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Yeah.
So let me get on page.
That doesn't make sense.
So it's a
You wanna make
would
it
that
look
be
nice.
a structural alteration though, if you're just putting
It's,
siding on
it
it?
said that on there.
Including additional
Yeah, but-
modification of openings.
Oh, shoot, I was reading.
Sorry, Rhonda. J.
Alterations to a shipping.
Roofs, canopies, awnings, or any attached structure. So just making it look nicer. You need to come back here and ask for a zoning amendment.
She's going to read it and clarify it for us.
Is there a fee to a zoning bylaw?
Oh, there is. There is, yes.
Because I don't want to like
So,
discourage people from making
point-
it look nice.
but the point of this is that you're not supposed to live in them. You're not.
Yeah, no, I totally agree with
Yeah.
that.
So that's why.
But if I, hypothetically, I'm not getting a shipping container, but if I got a shipping container and I bought the same siding as my house and put it on the shipping container and made it look like that, I gotta pay extra to make it look nice,
But that's not structural.
Yeah.
but it's an attached. So
Siding isn't structural
that's
though.
but if I,
Yeah.
but a little roof would be structural.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, because it's, yeah, I see what you're saying, because it says here, Rhonda, any structural alterations.
Yeah.
Including, like, more openings, doors, adding windows, but you're considering siding would not necessarily.
No.
So
If I wanted
someone
to-
could do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I wanted to paint it and make it look nicer,
That's right.
you could still, because it's not structural.
But doors, windows,
Yeah.
that
Okay.
compromises the integrity of
Yeah.
the wall.
Okay.
Yeah,
Right.
that makes sense.
Okay, that was my only other question then.
So on K,
Yeah,
it
good.
talks about maintaining in good repair. What about shipping containers showing up on the property, first of all? Should it not be free from defects? Like, it should be, as far as I'm concerned, near to brand new as possible. Like a one-use shipping container, you see them around town, they're in pretty good shape.
Yeah.
You don't want something that's rusty and in bad shape showing up and
Okay.
placed on a property.
Nice.
So-
I mean, at that one meeting we had, I didn't
Okay.
mind the idea that you have to come and register your thing and then you can prove, hey, this is the one I'm getting,
Yeah.
this is what it's gonna look like,
Yeah, it should look good,
right?
and then you maintain it in good.
Well,
Should get a
It wasn't it wasn't a terrible idea, that one, no, I thought that made sense.
right, not a building permit, but
Like a registration, like
Registration
a one-time
permit, yeah.
thing, hey, this is my, and then you have it on record, so-and-so has a shipping,
secret.
it has a thing.
what do you, is that included in this verbiage, Rhonda, about the registration fee?
No,
What's your thinking about that?
there is no registration fee right now. I mean,
No, but do you think
Would
there
that
not
help you
be,
control it?
If you go back and look at some other bylaws, and I think there was a building permit.
Yeah, but-
And that was just to prove that,
yeah,
like what Dave was saying.
yeah.
Um,
It's definitely something to look into.
Well, I'm just thinking it might give administration a little bit more control, but you'd want to add it to this bylaw. But the other thing was, I wanted to mention, I talked to what you talked to about, okay, shipping containers shall be maintained in good repair. Do you not think that's kind of in the eye of the beholder?
yeah, there's some,
Yeah, but structurally, like, I mean, a bylaw officer or our CBO could say, look at, there's a big rust hole inside of it. Now the wall's compromised,
Right.
structure.
So what they'd be looking for is structural defects
Yeah, I would think so.
and deterioration that compromises the
Doors should be in
structural
good
integrity.
working order, right? So nobody's getting hurt or, yeah.
Or rust that makes it look bad should be,
So,
So that's in there. So is
That's
that
in
enough,
there.
Rhonda?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
so what I'm hearing around the table, everybody's kind of for it, but with some rules.
yeah.
Okay, so
You
I'll,
are?
I'm for it,
Okay.
I just want it to be accessible for everybody.
Okay.
okay,
Or
well,
a majority of people, it's just
So
one more
you-
thing that the people at Walker's can't take
It's
advantage of.
It's a big thing. I'm also for it. but it's a big thing, so maybe once we get the bylaw, and it could be a month or 2 months by the time we get to looking the way we want it. I think we should, do you think we just pass the bylaw, or do you wanna have another little bit of a public meeting?
See, I'll be, like, I don't want a shipping container showing up in my neighbor's backyards. I swear to God, I don't. I get it. So like, I'm kind of on the fence about whether I like them or not. Well, I think this sets some parameters so that at least they don't look yucky. Well, I guess what concerns me is this is like the third time I think, Aaron, we've come back around with this. We had a presentation here at council, and everybody at that meeting really wanted sea cans or shipping containers. Are we all convinced that's what people in Schreiber want? Like, so I don't hate the mayor's
Nobody
idea.
showed up to say otherwise.
Yeah.
They had the opportunity.
Could we make this like an open meeting before a council meeting, Rhonda? Where if you've got something against this, now's your time?
Yeah, sure.
Sorry, one last question.
Yep.
Do we need to specifically say that it cannot be put on an empty lot? I know it's implied in the very first thing, but do we need to just like specifically say that it must have a principal dwelling? Like, I know that's what A is saying, is it not?
Devoted to a
Yeah,
principal
accessory
use.
use. Exactly, accessory use. And
Like, do you think you need that, like,
Yep,
like specifically written?
well, I don't know though that,
I do.
Is that something like, I don't know.
but for a zoning bylaw, I don't know that that's something that you would put in there. Like, we do have a bylaw right now that states that on a vacant property, you
Yeah,
can't.
you can't put anything.
You can't use it for storage.
So then going on that, do we amend that bylaw to include, or are shipping containers already in that bylaw?
Anything, you can't store anything.
I just want to be make it as
I could ask
explicitly
them, but I don't
and
think
black
this
and
is-
white as humanly possible.
So that someone doesn't.
So there's no gray area like that we have to deal with.
I would keep it in there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but I was wondering if you're
Make it
saying,
even
you
clearer.
say A1,
Yeah.
not on an empty lot.
Not,
I'll ask them.
yeah.
no, I
No?
agree.
I'll ask them if that
Put
could be
like an
added
asterisk
to zoning
or
bylaw.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Okay, cool.
And if the public really wants these,
Oh shoot, that's it.
then I'm not gonna vote against it, honestly. I'm not a big fan of them, but it seems to me like people in Schreiber want them. So if they want them,
Do we know, yeah, no, I agree.
I think having stuff put away, if it's neat and kept tidy, looks better than having
No,
junk
it's-
all over your yard. And not everybody in these times can afford to put up
I was-
a garage.
I was gonna say, it's all about affordability, 'cause, nowadays, cause, the bylaw before, we just touched on small houses, 'cause affordability. And we're doing this with some bylaws is giving them some options.
okay,
Have people
Okay.
options, them.
Okay.
Our citizens some options, and
Do we know if there's any safety hazards
Yes,
associated with shipping containers?
Yeah.
They self-lock,
yes,
so we need to,
but that's in there, like in that zone.
where is
Hang
that?
on, let me pull back up again. Hang on a sec. I was actually just reading it. Okay, where are we here? Oh, C, no shipping container shall be used for human habitation, home industry, or any occupation or business. It sets it out like what you can or can't use it for, but, okay, no, I guess specifically not the hazards, but again, you wouldn't do that in a zoning bylaw.
so your concern, Dan, is?
Well, no, I just heard from somebody that sells shipping containers that there should be a protection against the door self-locking and trapping somebody in it. I don't know, I don't know if that's,
I don't know.
if
Yeah.
that is something, but it'd be worth looking
Yeah.
into.
Okay,
Like Jan had a, a whole list of reasons that one meeting we had why
Yes.
they're not, safe. But,
I mean, it'd be easy enough to find out, just Google it.
Yeah.
Any safety hazards associated with shipping containers.
And in saying that, I mean, again, you can't guarantee it, but we had the citizens say, hurry up and get your shipping containers, and then you don't have to, you'll be grandfathered. I haven't seen one shipping container come into the yard, so sometimes, come into the town, I mean. So sometimes we overthink things. If we pass the bylaw and all that, do I think we'll see 1 or 2 shipping containers? Maybe. But that's probably about it, but I'm not gonna sign anything saying that, but sometimes we just overthink things.
That's true. That's what we get paid the big bucks for.
Yeah. Okay, I
Overthinking.
think we got a few good questions for them.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, number 3, senior housing facility. I threw that on there because that's one of the things I did say at the meeting is now that we're going ahead with the wastewater treatment plant, I believe we can start talking about senior housing facility, whatever, like something like marathons or where would we put it in Schreiber? So by the time the wastewater treatment plant is built, we're not sitting there saying, geez, now we should talk about senior housing. I think we should get it in motion now. I'm not saying go out and spend any money on it, but I think we should get it in motion. Do we wanna buy some land off somebody, or do we wanna put it on some land that we got? Or what kind do we want? We want it definitely 1 story because it's seniors. Just
Yeah.
different things.
Yeah.
And that's all that's about.
Yeah.
I think we should start thinking about that.
I think we should too. So in that realm, I got a hold of DSAP. So Collingwood Court has 23, it's a 23 unit building, and it is designated as 50 plus. Okay, so it's a mix of senior and geared to income. Right now there are 5 vacant units. Collingwood Court has not had full occupancy for the last several years, despite offering the units at low end of market rent. DSAB said is if there's an interest from council to look at options, they would be happy to be part of that discussion because they've been doing some building in and around the area, not at bigger units, but what they've done is open the current vacancy units to additional senior tenants, make them more attractive to seniors, the 5 units that are available. They'd also be willing to explore the opportunity to assess the demand in our community, determine what may be needed, because they've got numbers, right? They can provide a lot of feasibility stuff for you and not have to spend a whole lot of money. They'll also help you in seeking out interested developers who would be interested in a new build and explore options to acquire existing buildings that might be suitable. That's something I looked at back in the day, looking at buying a hotel and what would you do to make it seniors. DSAP does have access to some limited funds. So they actually have money, right, grant money that they could help us with to create new housing. However, the scope is typically to smaller builds. Like they have that 3 unit, there's a new 3 unit build going up in Nipigon that has been funded through DSAP, through the Kochi allocation. And they've also been assisting Marathon. So I think you're right, it's time to start looking at it, but there is help out there for us as well.
Is Henry Wall associated with your DSAB?
No.
Okay.
So who would come down with, who would they come down and do a
Oh yeah,
presentation?
absolutely. They'll do whatever you need them to do. So I just put that feeler out there because I've seen that on there. They're more than willing to help you.
So
I know Terrace Bay's looking at a bigger unit. And they have done some feasibility work, but I think that feasibility study is now about 3 years old. But they've got numbers that, like, they're definitely willing to work with us
So-
if we want them to.
The first step would be to put a tender out, like if we have a property, see what properties, then you would put a tender out for design, right? And then you choose your design, right? Just the design, not the actual construction. And then you approach DSAB with your plans of where the property is, what the building's gonna look like, and then you do your negotiation from there. And then from there, it would go out for tender again for
The
construction.
actual build, and then
Yeah.
once you've got a shovel ready in the ground,
Yeah,
the DSAB will help you with coaching money
Yeah.
to actually fund part of the building, but they'd be willing to help you right up front. That they're willing to be in the game.
I mean,
So good question.
that's why I asked if
Yeah.
Henry Walls, because we did this in Ignace.
But there is some.
Yeah.
No, and Ignace would be with Kenora. But there are 5 vacancies at Collingwood. There are issues, I realize,
yeah.
but they would be willing to open up
Just
those units to seniors. And he would also be willing to have a conversation with you in regards to that, because there are certainly issues.
Yeah,
I've heard quite a bit of interest around Schreiber.
Yeah.
And what I've been taught, we just couldn't do it. Well, we can't do it with the way the sewer plant
No, that's
is acting and whatnot, so.
yeah.
I mean, now that that's gonna be fixed, then.
Yeah, why not move ahead on other
We have
projects?
to move ahead, or the next council has to move ahead, but
Yeah.
I think we got enough time left in that we can get at least a start on it.
Sure. But when I sent that out to Ken Ranta, they're very open and receptive to helping us.
Only if Ken comes down.
So Anne Marie, on the minutes of DSAB, there was just something that I highlighted looking at it. And DSAB had they're entering an agreement with Northern Ontario Service Delivers
Yeah,
Association.
from NOSTA, yeah.
Pooling Association to enable access to federal provincial housing development funding. So
So,
is that something different or?
yeah, so what's happening with the federal money? The federal money are looking at large builds, like 500 to 1,000 unit builds. And outside of Southern Ontario, there's not a lot of builds in our neck of the woods that would be that big. So this agreement with NOSTA was about pooling DSABs, and maybe Sudbury had 50 units, and Sault Ste. Marie had 50, and Thunder Bay had 100, and we would pool those builds to be able to qualify to meet
To get the
the
funding.
threshold for the federal funding.
Okay,
That's what that's about.
all right.
And they have signed that agreement, so.
But they would certainly help us with other, access to other funding.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Well, I think we should get started on it, so.
Yeah.
Just a side note, we do have a delegation at NOMA with Minister Raymond Cho,
Mm-hmm.
who is the senior, I'm get his title correct.
Senior secretary.
We got 2?
We got 3. Who is, where is he here? He is Minister for Seniors and Accessibility.
So there.
Yeah, so we have that, so we can discuss that. We have Minister Holland and Minister George Peary.
Yeah. So, because I'd seen that, I just thought I would get a hold of Ken. I sent him an email, and he has very kindly emailed me back. I thought I could provide that to you. So thank.
We'll see Ken up there.
Yeah, exactly.
That moment too,
Yeah.
so. Okay. Well, that's a good start.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Even at that. Okay. Schreiber Pavilion. That's me. I've gotten 2 emails, I've gotten a couple phone calls. Why aren't we doing anything with the pavilion? You guys start something, you never finish anything. It was good when the band was playing there that night. You had about 100 people downtown. Why wouldn't you want that? And the people that are saying it aren't wrong. So that like, I don't know why we moved away from there. We can be stacking funding. We could, NOHFC, we could be stacking FedNor funding. We could get it done, and we always don't have to go out for the Taj Mahal. Like, a lot of people think that we got to go out for the $2 million. I've been looking around on timber pavilions. You'd get everything for about 5-6, and that's including the slab. For the life of me, I can't see why we're not directing Jamie to look at it, and then to look at the timber one, like to look at the cheaper version. And like I say, it doesn't have to be, with me, it doesn't have to be the Taj Mahal. It's got to be. We're missing out by the time we do a pavilion. Poor splash pad will be old and everything, and it just won't.
Well, we did on the Economic Development Committee. We did, a significant amount of research on different pavilions that are available. And
We got price quotes. We got price quotes on the slab, on the
and it
electrical.
was just the funding.
That was the funding that was all. Well, you know what? I was just gonna say the probably the good place to start with that, Mayor, is to have EDO Spadoni come and provide the information on what we've got done so far. But to me, I would agree with Councillor McGrath. It's been a real question about funding, stacking funding. How much money does the town have? How much do they want to invest? But certainly, like we got, it was open air. We've got all kinds of information. So maybe we could direct CAO to have Jamie come and make a presentation at the next meeting, and he can tell you what he's got done so far.
But I mean, I don't want to sound. Why are we reinventing the wheel? We've already done all that.
It is done. It's the question. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
No, but that's what we've already done before you guys did it.
Well, yeah, we looked at scaling back some of the original drawings to something that was more affordable, to try and make it be more affordable. So I think he would have some new numbers for you.
Did you look at Timberlands?
Yeah,
Yes,
we did.
we did. So I think that there's maybe just a disconnect in communication. But maybe at that point, then if everyone's happy with what he's presenting, we then, because that's never really come to council and it's fulsome, this is done, to say, okay, can we go ahead now and write some grants, knowing what our 20% is probably going to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, to work into programs.
No,
Yeah, that's good. We can do that.
There's a lot of. I'm getting a lot of feedback. Why?
Yeah, that's
4 or 5 years. Last term we were supposed to do it.
Yeah, I agree. So why don't we start there?
No, you weren't here.
No, I agree with you. Something needs to be done
Yeah.
down there. Like, we can't keep putting up that
No,
tent.
I agree.
Yeah, good, like,
Yeah.
it's not good enough.
No,
We need to
it's
figure it out.
we're missing out on flea market. Like, I mean, we can still do it with the tent. It's not the same thing. We're missing out on so much. Really, I think we are.
So we did, like I say, we did some work on that, so let's bring it back.
Let's bring it back. Let's have Jamie bring you the whole
Yeah,
package
we
to
did
council,
spend some
and then we
time
can
on that, so-
go spend some time on it and direct him where you want us to go with that.
Okay.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Let's move
Yeah.
it forward and let's
No,
see
I
if
mean,
if,
maybe the money won't fit, but you can start.
Or maybe it will.
maybe it will. So maybe, Rhonda, if you could talk to EDO Spadoni, I know he's away this week, come to the next meeting, would that make you happy? Yeah, next
Oh,
meeting to
yeah,
have
yeah,
it?
for
Okay.
sure.
Okay,
He's gonna be away though next week as well, along with us. So I don't
at no money.
know that he could put a report together.
Yeah,
It's probably in the minutes from a meeting or something.
Okay.
He doesn't need to do a full-on presentation on it, just
let us know where he's
here's the info.
But it would be nice for everyone to see what he's got done and the price quotes we've got and all the rest of it. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, 'cause
Maybe it won't be at the next meeting because of NOMA. Maybe it'll be the meeting later, right after. But we'll get that to you soon. We've got a meeting Monday night, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll make that a priority. Dan and I will make that a priority, saying, get this done and bring it to council.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, that would be the end of the meeting then. No business, no further business. So resolution 103-26, moved by Councilor McGrath, second by Councilor Bryson. That the meeting now adjourned at 8:23 p.m. All those in favor? Carried.
Carried.